Here come a few more people. Awesome. So thanks, guys, for coming to this overview about creating on-demand workshops. I appreciate all of you taking some time from your schedule to come to this, or if you're watching the recording of this as well. This is an exciting time. We are moving to this new e-learning platform. I shouldn't say moving to it. We are adding an e-learning platform to the Udefine Wellness Network. We're hoping to debut it on January 1st, which means we'd like to have a few programs in there before January 1st, which is why we're launching this in October for all of you. And let's talk a little bit about why we're adding this e-learning platform. So it's really frustrating when you put on an event and you work literally all summer to put it together, and you have 157 people registered for it. And you have, if you're lucky, you have 20 people who show up. Now, I'm thankful for all 20 who come and I hope that they got what they needed out of it, but it's an awful lot of work for very little reward. And most of the people who were not able to attend contacted us and said, well, was this recorded? So it doesn't make sense to bust our tails for literally 3 months putting on an event when people are not showing up live. So the e-learning platform makes sense. Yes, we record things. We put them in our YDW recorded on our website. We put them on our YouTube library, but we needed to do a little bit more. So we looked at e-learning platforms literally a couple of years ago, and the industry just wasn't where we needed them to be. And the reason why I say that is there were platforms out there like Udemy. In fact, it was the number one platform that we were looking at, and they couldn't integrate with us. And I looked at a couple of other platforms and they couldn't integrate it great with us. And I looked at some private platforms, and quite frankly, they were really pricey to just put on in our website. So we stepped away from it for a while. After the event that we had this last August, and the well talks afterwards, and the well workshops that we were doing as well, and just not getting the participation, it was like, you know what, we need to stop beating our head against this proverbial brick wall behind me, and let's do something a little bit different. So I went looking for the e-learning platforms. We found one that has been created that is actually used by a lot of companies, big companies, for their internal e-learning platform for their employees. And it integrates in with the WordPress plugins that we have on our website very well. And ours is a complicated website. It's not just WordPress. We also have WooCommerce for the wellness center that we have. We have another platform that we use so that we can have a multi-vendor site, meaning that you guys can have your own individual stores. So it's extremely complicated. And this platform works with all of them. So we've been testing it, and I love it. And so we're going forward with it. Now, there's something really interesting with adding it into our website. We can't charge anyone extra for having access to this platform. So in other words, you can't sign up for it and have a fee. If you've been looking at e-learning platforms on your own, they can get pricey. Some of the popular ones are, the most popular that we've seen. I don't know the actual lowest amount that they have, because I've seen both $119 and I've seen $149. So it's, it can be really pricey to have it. And that's per month, just to have access to their e-learning platform and whatever other freebies they throw into it. There are some that are free to post your e-learning class, but they only pay you like 37% of the fee collected. They pay you 37% of the fee that when they collect it. You get higher if the person is coming to the website because of your referral. But if they happen to have landed on that e-learning platform and selected a class, and you had nothing to do with them selecting your class, you're not even getting 40% of the revenue. So we've looked at a lot of these different things and decided, we needed to just integrate it in. So it is free to you guys. It is There is a learning curve, and we're going to talk about it a little bit today. And I just have to give a shout out to say hi, Phyllis. I haven't seen you in a long time, and it's so good to see your face.
It's good to see you.
So I'm going to introduce you to the e-learning platform a little bit today. It's not completely ready for public consumption, but it's accessible to the public right now. I also want to talk about what you have to do in order to get a program in it. And I'm going to start there a little bit and talk about the work that you have to do before this platform launches if you want to have a program in the catalog. So if you do not have a prepared program right now, maybe on one of those other learning platforms, you're going to have some work to do. This is why we've set up a private Facebook group called Health and Wellness Course Creators. It's open to the public, so not just Udefine Wellness Network providers can participate. It is open to anyone. We will have speakers in there. I'm negotiating right now with someone who is a course creator where you can purchase her program, which will help you get the program developed. But we don't have that ready to formally announce yet. But in this Facebook group, we're also going to have discussion, collaboration, and we're going to have open opportunities. So you can put on your calendar right now, if you want, that every Friday morning from 8 to 10, 9. Okay, hold on. I thought I knew it off the top of my head, but I've got a lot of dates going through my head. So every Friday morning, starting with the first Friday in November. So all of November, all of December, this is available to you guys for free. So Friday mornings from 8 to 10 Mountain Time. For those of you not on Mountain Time and you're on Central Time near Wisconsin, you know, to convert that, it'll be from 9 to 11 a.m. On Saturday mornings, you can visit it from 9 to 11 a.m. Mountain Time. That's 10 to noon Central Time. And for you in the Pacific time zone, I don't know when things change. So I think you're going to be back on my time zone very soon. So you just know you're going to have that. Now, what are those drop-ins? It just means that you don't have to come if you don't want to. If you want help with collaborating with others and bouncing ideas off of people, talking about a workbook for your program and handouts and descriptions, this is the place to come. I will be there. If you may be the only one who comes to the event, and that's okay. If we have a lot of people there and you want quiet time to work on things and then come back to the group, you can use one of the breakout rooms to go into and go and do your quiet stuff. Or if you want to collaborate with someone else in the group, go into a breakout room. We'll have them open for you. So that'll be on every Friday and Saturday, except Christmas, for all of November, all of December. I am donating my time to all of that, to all of you, because I want to have the best courses possible for this program. Creating a course is time consuming to do it right. You could slap a 2-hour workshop video up there. You're not going to get a lot of response to it. A professional looking course will get you good reviews and the ability to sell other programs and more of an inducement for people to want to contact you directly for your services. So we want to put the time in. If you just want to throw a 2-hour video on there, that's fine. You can do it. I'm not going to stop you. But it's not what you're going to want to have out there. And if you invest the time now to put your programs on there, then anytime anything changes, you can just go in and make a simple change to it. And then it generates passive income to you when people find your program in it. And if you're charging a fee, you won't have to charge a fee. I have a couple of guests on here who are not part of Udefine Wellness. I welcome you to this. I just want to forewarn you that this particular session is to introduce the Udefine Wellness platform that we are launching as of January 1st. So you can learn more about it. It's going to be pretty dynamic. So anyways, we're going to be having these workshops. I'm going to encourage you to start working on things, start putting your ideas on paper as to what it is that you're wanting to do. And then come to those, if you're available on Friday mornings or you're available on Saturday mornings and you want to work on it with me, jump in for that. I will not be doing one-on-ones. where you can get on my calendar and say, hey, I want to go through my course with you. I'm not going to be doing that without charging you for my time. If you are not in the Udefine Wellness Network, you're going to want to think about joining the Udefine Wellness Network, because for network members, I'll be charging $62.50 an hour. Okay. For the one-on-one time. So you want to come to the drop-ins. Now it's one thing if you just want to send me things and just have me look at it quickly, I'll take a look at it, but I'm not going to do any massive editing on it. I'm going to take the we out of it, because right now it's not me and the mouse in my bra. This is Denise talking. The amount of time that I donate to Udefine Wellness that is never compensated has been huge. And this is not a good business decision to continue this way. So I'm giving you the opportunities to get my time for free. I'm giving you free things like this platform, but the one-on-one time to do in-depth work, if you're not a Premier Network member with us, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, we can talk about that later, then I'll be charging for my time, okay? So any questions about what I've talked about so far that you guys have before I jump into showing you what the platform is?
No.
Okay, sounds like we got all that covered. All right, so
I do have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So will the platform allow you to do videos?
Let me show you that.
And okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then okay.
So this platform is amazing. You can add videos. You can create a workbook. I strongly recommend that you create a workbook. I use the Canva platform. I created a workbook in hardly any time at all, and it's beautiful looking. At least I think it is. It's professional looking. I've seen some that will knock your socks off. Mine's a little bit more just, cut and dried. But I created that. I've added videos to mine. You can add quizzes and surveys. You can add worksheets to download. So it's almost whatever you want to make it. And then at the end, when somebody has completed it, you can actually have a certificate that they can download. So, and we're going to get into that because I haven't figured out how that part works yet. But we'll figure it out and we'll get it taken care of. I am learning this as you guys are, although I have a week ahead of you and that I've been spending on the platform so far, which should tell you that it's actually not that difficult. So what I want to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and show you what it kind of looks like. And what I want to do is go into, I have two windows open. One, I am in edit mode on the website. One, I am not in edit mode. So I'm going to show you the one where I am not in edit mode so that you will see what the public will see. Okay, this doesn't want to work. Let's try this again. Okay. Here we go. So the Udefine Wellness Network or website, it looks a little bit different. It's a little bit cleaner. There was a lot of editing that took place over this weekend. Been working with some business coaches on making it snazzier and easier to locate information because there is a ton of stuff on our website. I encourage you to just go over there and wander and see what all we have now. And we even have a new section. So you want to see what's new, we're going to keep this updated and with all the new things that are on there. But I'm going to go over to the Wellness Center. I already have it open. We have added 2 search filters. We've added a couple search filters, but 2 specifically for the e-learning platform. One is by dimension because we just launched, if you haven't heard, we just published this book, Dimensions of Wellbeing, a journal to build a life in harmony. I just got this yesterday, so I'm pretty excited to show it off. So we're going to be talking a lot about the different dimensions of well-being. So we have them broken out. So when you are adding a program, you will be able to select the dimensions that you should be in for that particular one. But there's also a search capability by provider. So I have 2 programs up here. One is specifically for Udefine Wellness Network providers. I have it under Udefine Wellness. The other one I have underneath my name. And so I'm going to show you the 2 different things that can be done. So hello, come on. It looks like just any other product in your store because it is. So it will be showcased there. I did a video series a couple of years ago called Confessions of a Reformed Health Insurance Agent, and it's a 6-part video series. Each video is less than 5 minutes long. It's just kind of like the truth as I see it regarding health insurance. And it's on YouTube. It's on our website under YDW recorded for free as well. But I wanted to use it as an example for this, this platform. And so that the information is here, it would have the price on it. I'm obviously doing this one for free. The description is there, and what you'll see is a synopsis of the different modules or units that are involved in the class. I only have one module. If I had other modules and breakouts, it will show as well. And if it's in gold, it means it's a preview. So they can actually get a preview of what it's going to look like. And in this one, I have some of the alignment wrong, but that's okay. I can go back and fix it, and they can watch the video right there. This is just a very simple way to provide education, is just to do some videos and have them loaded. So if they were logged into the system, there would be a button at the bottom that says next. It'll go to the next video. Okay, so it's a very simple process. Let me go back to the Wellness Center. I'm going to show you something that's a little bit more in depth. And by the way, if you're in our network, you're going to want to go sign up for this and download it and get access, because this is a training on how to set up your store. If you're not in the Unified Wellness Network, our guests here today, you are welcome to go over and download it as well. It's accessible right now, free on our website, even in other places. So there's nothing secret about it, but I'm using it for demonstration purposes. You'll see it says add to cart, even when it has a $0 sign. This is probably the most important thing. So if you have videos that are in the Unifying Wellness, YouTube library or other things, but you want to restrict who can see it, or you want to capture the data of who is downloading it and viewing it, you set it up as this product with $0 because it goes to add to cart. I'm just going to show you the cart real quick. I'm going to proceed to checkout. So the person downloading it will be filling it out as if they're buying anything. This is important because you're going to get notification of who downloaded it. You're going to get their contact information. You're going to get their email address. You can reach out to them and say, hey, I'm Stephanie Lueris. I saw you just downloaded my program, Movement and Momentum. I wanted to introduce myself to you, let you know that I'm available should you have any questions. I want to make sure that you got the download okay. And if you'd like to schedule an introductory conversation with me, by all means, here's the link to do it. It's a lead generator for you. And I love that. Okay, so let's go back to, this is an example of having various modules. Again, there's a preview where they can just see one. You can decide what you want available as a preview. So if you have something really juicy, a couple modules or units into it, and want to make that as a preview, we can do that. If you don't want to have anything previewed, and I don't recommend that, then you want to make sure that just know what you want to have people see. Okay, so this is all the different modules. There will be I can add to this. So as an example, something I added to the website today, because there's always something being added to the website every single day. But we have somebody who forwarded to me her podcast sheet, speaker sheet that has suggested topics for podcasts. And she wanted to know, is this something that I can put in my store on Unifying Wellness? So we actually set it up so that, and added a category. So if people are at the Wellness Center and they're looking for podcast guests. So this gives me a new marketing thing that I can do. They can see well, I don't have it by name. I think I decided not to do it. Hers is under environmental wellness. And so we'll have a list of people within our network who want to be guests on podcasts or just public speaking for events. We'll be able to put you in the categories that you want to be in. I will do a video. I will be adding it to my training module under getting business exposure. And there's nothing I have to recreate. I just add another unit. So it's super, super simple to update your programs when you need to, or go in and edit it. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing that and I want to go over to the edit mode. Thank you, Peggy. I appreciate your comments in the chat box. We have been around each other for a long time, haven't we? And we still like each other too. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for those that are considering looking into this, I highly recommend, because Denise continues to make things better and better and better. And this is the time and the opportunity to be able to do this. So I wholeheartedly support her. So thank you.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Okay.
She didn't pay me either.
I know. I didn't pay that for that. Okay, I'm going to go back to, I'm in edit mode, so you're going to be able to see what this whole program is going to look like. Okay. When I'm in edit mode, when you're logged into our website, see everything is in gold now. So that means that we can access it. You will add your descriptions. I can add another description up here as well. There's actually a description right here before you get started. So from here, I can add worksheets and quizzes and surveys, and I can do all kinds of different things, but you'll see I have a workbook here. Okay, so it's going to make me do it this way. All right. So I created this on Canva. It was fairly simple to do. Although I will tell you, it took me a little bit of time to figure out what I wanted to do. So doing this on paper and scratching it out is a good way to be able to edit before you start putting in paper. Now, I went to somebody who does course creations last week. I was in a workshop she held, and she had a great idea. And I don't know that it was her idea or that she took it from Pinterest. But to create a course, one of the things that they recommend is get Post-it notes and get a blank wall in your house. And on the Post-it notes, have different colors for different things. So the modules are chapters of a book, okay? Have those in one color, and then have Post-it notes for the different units, the segments of it, then for that. And that way you can move it around and lay it out. So if you're a visual and you like things like that, there's an idea that you can run with. Okay, so I just created this. It's not 100% perfect, but I am happy with it. You guys can download it right now and just going in and registering for the class and then accessing everything. You will have this. I think it's actually in the first unit that you can access without moving into here, but it answers a lot of the questions about setting up your store. And then you can see the individual can mark it as completed, or they can go on to the next unit. I added a section on definitions. The next unit beyond that is the dashboard. Now, what I did with this, just so you know, if you guys have noticed, months ago, I put together little short videos, literally 5 minutes or under, that were how to set up your store and a variety of other things. I'm moving all of them over here so that they will actually be in a course. But what I've done is created a video that will walk you through different aspects of it. Okay, we don't need to go into it, the whole thing. And then I think I've done that for every single one of the units I have. So every single one of them just has a little short video. I can do more. I can add a more written explanation if I want. I'm going with this for right now because I don't need to dive into a whole lot more. So I hope you can see that the delivery of it, I'm happy with it. Hopefully you guys will be happy with it as well. So let's dive into questions that you guys have while we're here. No questions?
No, not really. Because I had wrote down modules. I don't know. It's good. So
Okay,
need to get in there.
good.
Okay, so Denise, I'm on now on the youdefinewellness.com, the Wellness Center,
Uh-huh.
and the training you were just showing. Can you show me again where to get to that?
Well, right now, because it's still so new, it'll be on the latest that has been updated, but you can go to e-learning by provider and it's You Define Wellness.
Ah, okay, I missed it. So I clicked on it and then,
Yeah, the trainings are actually going in my personal store, which is the Healthy Living Maestro.
okay,
Oh.
and then setting up your store.
Okay.
Great, thank you.
Mhm.
I do
Yeah.
have a question because I have been actually working on a program and putting it together, and I have, I'd say 95% of it done. In regards to that, as far as your availability to take a look at something like that, because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to attend the Fridays and Saturdays for that additional help.
You can send it over to me. It's for me to just look at the modules. And the one thing you cannot do right now is actually add the course to our platform.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's coming. You can, I am also creating a video on how to add courses to the platform. The one hiccup we have in this right now, I'm going to be honest and let you guys know about it, is that you can't access the platform for the courses to add your own courses right now. So I'm working with the programmers and developers to find a workaround that will not crash our system. So right now, what all I want everyone to do is start working on the program that they have. Now, there's some things that I'm going to recommend to you in terms of how to know whether or not your content is good. Is before you actually add the e-learning course to our platform, make sure you've tested it. So to test it, there's a couple of things you can do. You can create an event and invite people to it to say, I'm creating a new program for an e-learning platform. It will be fee-based when it goes live. Maybe it's not. If you're gonna say it's gonna be free, okay, but you'll get more people if you say it's gonna be fee-based. And I'm really looking for people to go through it so they can also provide me with feedback as to what works and what doesn't work and what more you might want to have. So you can create those programs and we can help promote them on our Facebook page with events. I'm not going to be able to, notify everyone, but I'm going to help support you and I can attend those and I can provide the feedback on it. Okay, so that's one of the ways that we can do that. The other thing, go ahead.
Saying that have them pay a fee for this?
No. When you're testing the material, you don't want to charge them a fee. Okay, you can, but I would say not to, and while you're testing it. Okay. So the other thing you can do is you can set up your own private Facebook group for people who will appeal to that subject matter, and you can conduct it through a Facebook Live on your own private Facebook group. That gives you also a database of people who are interested in that particular subject that you can then be working with and actually create your own little community to sell other programs to as well. But I do recommend that you test it. And if you are going to test it, and please invite me to it or find out when my calendar is free, and so that I can help you with that. Okay. Good questions so far.
Can you tell us again where we can find what you were showing us so that we can watch your video on how to set everything up?
Okay, so for the setting up your store or setting up the course?
The one you have in there right now is just setting up your store,
Okay.
right?
The one I have in there right now is just setting up your store. Hopefully
Yeah.
this weekend I will start being able, if we have, as soon as I have the workaround, I'll finish the video and putting it together. But I will get something put together and up here on how to set up your store, or not your store, your course within your store.
Well, just so we can, like, where we go to find
Yeah.
the page that's going to have all this on there, which I'm not sure which tab I go under
The-
when I'm logged in.
Okay, so it will, right now, we don't have as tab for you to go to.
Oh,
There
okay.
will be a e-learning tab under education up here. Right now, we don't have it because that page hasn't been set up yet. Okay, so there will be an actual course catalog for all e-learning programs, but that's not set up yet. Right now, you can see what we have for e-learning by searching by, in this field, e-learning by provider. We only have two in here right now. One is My Confessions of a Reformed Insurance Agent. The other one is How to Set Up Your Store.
So this is under the Wellness Center tab, right? Oh, there it
This
is.
is under
Okay.
the
I was
Wellness
just
Center
under the
tab.
wrong tab at the
Oh,
top.
okay.
That's- yeah.
Okay,
Cool. Okay.
yeah,
Perfect.
okay. So let's talk about two things. If you have, if you got the email that we had the other day, well, you're here, so you probably got that email. I want to share something with you. I got to find it first. No, that's not what I want.
Denise, while you're finding, I'm going to ask a question.
You bet, go for it.
So, and this is, I guess, maybe more pertinent to my area, but I not only I have the course because exactly what you were talking about, taking that 2-hour class and putting it into modules, but I am amassing a large quantity of individual workout videos.
Okay.
Would that be something to put as individual items in the store for access, or developing a course around?
Do you want them to pay a fee?
Ideally.
Yeah, I would create a course that is a different, the different units would be the different types of focus. So this one's on upper body, this one's on lower body, this one is adapting for disabilities and sitting, whatever it may be, so that you can actually keep adding modules to it and promote it as your go-to resource for exercising at home with Stephanie, that type of a thing. So you can intersperse coaching. You can also collaborate with some of the other providers in our network who can help support the people who are on it. And if you want, and bring them in for videos like Michelle Jolly is doing with her Christian coaching right now.
Yeah, that's
So that's one thing that you can do as well. Yeah, Judy, you had asked, how do you access the e-learning platform? So right now you can just access programs that are in it. You cannot access how to set up yet. Okay. That's the part that we are trying to work out as to how we're going to get you access. It may, well, I don't even want to go down the road of what we may have to do. So what I want to show you is the spreadsheet that we just sent out to everyone in the newsletter this week on the network member benefits. And this is not meant to be a sales pitch for the Premier Member Plus level, but I'm going to plug it to you guys right now for one main reason. Right now, all of you who want to upgrade to the Premier Member Plus can do so before January 1st and lock in a rate of $40 a month. Okay, that gets you 3 hours one-on-one with me every single month, and anything above 3 hours, I charge at $50 an hour. So it's the lowest rate that we have. That Premier Member Plus level on January 1st is going up to $249 every month. So if you lock it in now, you don't have that increase. Now, you don't have to do it. I mean, you can upgrade to Premier Member Plus anytime it makes sense for you. But if you're going to want one-on-one assistance with putting together your course program, you might want to think about it, because you can downgrade, go back to where you were at the level that you were at beforehand at any time. Okay, so I'm just letting you know that this is available to you. Premier Member Plus is really designed for two people. One who wants greater business exposure on our website with hosting their own shows, or people who want additional assistance. So I available for the business brainstorming. I do those all the time with people. Well, we're carving that out and putting it in Premier Member Plus because it is really time consuming. And these are all things that were never part of the original contract that we created with you guys. So this has all been fluff stuff that we've been offering, but yet it's time out of my pocket. So if you're interested in it, this is what you want to do. You don't have to, but I'm just telling you, it's an option. And there, like I said, there's that significant increase going up on the monthly membership. I think all of you are in our network right now on the lifetime level, which means I will never have a fee that we charge you for being on the lifetime network member level, the gold on this column. But if you do want to upgrade, there will be that fee involved, because not everybody wants all those services. In fact, very few people do, but there's enough of them that we have to do this. And then on January 1st, there's a lower tier for people who really just want the business exposure by being part of our website, but they don't want to participate in the events or some of the other things. That's going to be the new basic level. It's going to be less than what you guys have now, so I can't see why anybody would want to downgrade to it. Okay. So questions on that? So there's one question nobody's asked me, and I'm really surprised. And it's one I do not have the answer for. So I'm going to be asking for your feedback on this. The platforms that are out there, we've done our due diligence. And I know what Kajabi, Thinkific, Teachable, Udemy, LearnWorlds all offer on their e-learning platforms. I know what their fees are for the most part, for best that we can determine. And I know what you get and what I know, and I know what you don't get. With some of them, you don't get the opportunity to have unlimited courses. You only get 3 or 10. On our platform, you get all, it's unlimited. You can put as many courses on there as you want. With some of them, you have a limit of students. We do not. Some of them, you don't get phone support, email support, or live support. Of course, we're going to be doing all of that. Anytime you guys have a question, I'll never charge you if you email me and ask me the question. So don't hesitate to reach out through email. I just may not be responding immediately, especially if everybody is emailing me. Some of them you don't have the ability to add things like quizzes and surveys. Some of them you don't have the ability to issue certificates. And there's 2 ways that they get paid. One is they charge you a monthly fee. And as I said, Kajabi as an example is somewhere between 119 and 149 a month for their lowest level. They have higher levels. Other ones are range, 39, 29, 99, it just varies. But then they have fees for when somebody signs up for one of your courses. On our platform right now, we do have, if you are ever selling anything through our platform, we have a set split on there. I don't want to say it yet because I want your feedback before I do. In order to recoup the costs of putting this platform out there, for classes you're doing for free, courses you're doing for free, there will not be any fee involved whatsoever. You can put all the free courses you want on there. If you want to put free courses on there and then have a sales pitch page as the last unit that you have that links to your website where you have your own courses that are fee-based, you can do that. If you put a fee-based course on our platform, and we're paying for all the costs for hosting the platform and the time and everything else involved, there needs to be a % that is paid to you to find wellness. And what I would like you to do is send me a private over in the chat box choose my name, so it's coming to me privately, and tell me, what do you feel is a fair percent that would be paid to you to find wellness for your fee-based programs? And I will not hold any answers against you, but I would really love to get your feedback as to what you feel is fair. And Judy's driving, so you don't have to. Please don't take your hands off the steering wheel, Judy.
Does she know you're driving and I'm the client? I mean, the passenger.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yep.
Good. Well, maybe you can respond then. So if you guys can give me some answers and feedback, I need it. We have an idea. And I will tell you that my business coach pretty much beat me up on Saturday when I told her what I was looking at. And she said, oh, hell no, Denise. Okay, she's one of my business coaches. And for some of you who know her, this is Natalie Forrest, who is a provider in our network. And we're good friends as well. And she literally busted my chops over it. So before, I have not made a decision on what it's going to be. And I appreciate the messages of what you have in there. And it's, and some of you are extremely generous, and others are right where we've been thinking. So thank you for that. And I will take it into consideration. So one of the things that I am thinking of is actually having it as a tier-based fee. So if you have a $5,000 program, I don't think it's fair for me to take 30% or 20% of your class. So we will play with it and see what this system will do, or how we can set it up. But we may come out with a tier base. So if you're charging anywhere from $1 to $100, it's going to be 1%. If it's going to be between here and here, we'll have it as another percent. Because I think that's more desirable. And I don't want anybody not putting a program on our platform because they're afraid. We have some platforms out there that providers within our network have established. There is one that I know is they take, it's a 50-50 split because they're doing a lot of the marketing and they're, they have the hosting fees for it. And I certainly understand that our fee will not be that high. Okay. But I will figure out what it's going to be and I'll let you guys know at some point in the future. Just not sure yet. But thank you for your feedback. It's really important to me. All right, so I've covered everything that I think that I need to cover right now for this. I really want to hear your feedback and discussions. And what type of programs are you thinking of putting out there? Stephanie, you talked about your fitness programs. Love that idea.
Well, I love this. I'm on board. I'll be there. Because yes, I have my 2 to 3 hour course that would be super easy based on the workbook I have to break it down into modules and worksheets, and just record snippets of teaching to go along with it. I think this is something that I'm completely on board for. I think it's great. I think it's great visibility and a place to refer people to instead of continually bringing this course over and over and lecture to other places.
Yeah.
So like you said, it's a great lead driver.
Mm-hmm.
The other idea I have is, while I continue to amass these fitness videos and 2 new ones every week, I'd love somewhere permanent to house them other than unlisted on YouTube for different bonuses and things.
Yeah, there's absolutely that. That's good feedback. 2 things I forgot to mention. Number 1, if you have a program on another platform, you can also put it out for here. There will be no restrictions regarding how many platforms you can have a program on. They're all opportunities for you to earn passive income, and it's an opportunity for you to evaluate to see what's working and what's not. And so if you have a program on another platform, you can add it here. We do not have any restrictions, and I would hope that the other platforms don't have any restrictions to that as well. Number two, you will own your intellectual capital. We will own our intellectual capital, right? So at any point in time, you decide, I want to take this off of here. I want it completely deleted from the Udefine Wellness System. You're going to have to take my assurance that I am deleting it, or you can get on a Zoom call with me and watch me delete it. I don't have an issue either way. So that's just really going to be the rule of thumb. There will be an addendum to our provider agreement that basically outlines just that. Anything else that we have in there, it'll have the transaction fee coverage, things like that. The other question that wasn't asked was, how do you guys get paid? So there is a part of the marketplace portal is that when you sign in to set up your store in Udefine Wellness, and Phyllis Guy, you and I need to get together on your store because I don't think you have a presence right now on our website. So when you on your dashboard, there will be a place for you to enter your information for electronic transfer of funds for any course that is. And we haven't used it because people don't buy things from our website. So we haven't used it. I need to figure out how to use it. But we will figure that out, and we will add it later. So nothing to worry about, but you will have access to know who's purchased your program, how much money you have in the bank of Udefine Wellness, and request that it be sent out to you if we don't have it on an automatic processing thing. Okay, so Peggy, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it, and you being here for this point. So we're going to be expanding into a lot of fun areas. I think it's we're only using like 5% capability of our website. So we're going to be expanding that and learning more about, what we can do. Sonia Sullins, I'm going to want to talk to you about those little bots, because I think this is a perfect program to use for marketing purposes, is your bot program on how we can get it out there. So that'll be good. We will do marketing on our side, but we also ask if you have a program in there that you share it so that you're putting it on your social media. Let me go back to one of these screens. The process, it's a two-step process for getting it into your store. So the first step of the process is when you are at your store, and I'm just going to go to the Healthy Living Maestro. And this part you can do set up now at any time that you want to. Step one will be set up a new product in your store. So from your dashboard, you will add a new product. Let me do something different. Let me go to the other one. I'm going to pretend. Oops, it helps if I share my screen. Okay, so log in to your site. I've got, this is my Healthy Living Maestro login. And products, add new. And just like you do any of your services, it's the exact same thing. Okay, so you will be adding it in here first because it has to have something to tie to on our platform, right? It's got to show up in your store somehow. So this is what you're going to do, is be adding a product to your store. And then the second step is where we actually go to the course creator. This is the part that I do not know how it's going to work for you guys. Hold on a second. I lost my. Not Safari. Let's go. Okay. So can you see my screen? Yeah. Okay. So there's something down here called WP Courseware. This is the main WordPress dashboard. This is what you don't have access to right now. This is what I'm trying to work out. So you will not see this. But to add a new course, this is what it's going to look like. And you can see the different modules there. You can see all the different units there. I can move them around. So if I don't want it there, I can move it to someplace else. So there's all kinds of easy things to do, but within each one, you can add the quizzes from it. You can go in and change the wording that you have, add pictures to it. It literally is this very simple process. It just looks more complicated than it is. And that's not what I wanted to go to. So I keep going to the wrong thing. But it's just basic word processing. If you've done any development on WordPress, or if you've done any work on your store, this is going to look very similar for all of you. So it will be really, really easy to do. But we just set up the way that we want to have it done. So this is what you do not have access to yet. So I got to repeat myself. You do not have access to it yet. Okay. But we'll work it out. Worst case situation is that we will have an area where you fill in forms and we literally have to cut and paste it over. That's not a desirable workaround for me because that's time consuming. So as I said, I'm working with my developers. I've got 2 different products that I'm working with that I'm having to figure out how we're going to work this out. And unfortunately, they don't talk to each other. So we'll get it worked out. Questions? Any other questions? We look kind of a little shell shocked.
It's a lot, it's a lot, but it looks good.
Okay.
Denise, it's Tracy. One of my questions is around content. You said like, go ahead and start working on your content. And then you also said something like that property, you know, like, so what I'm understanding is it's possible that you'd create something now in YouTube and be able to transfer that directly, or would that just be like as a rehearsal practice and you're still going to have to re-record in this platform?
Oh, no. My videos are housed on YouTube.
Okay.
Now,
So
I'd want to make them private, or not private, but unlisted. So they're not showing up on the directories listing. But I have embedded the code for YouTube in here. There is a plugin that I have added that you can't see it on here, that I haven't figured out how to work, where you could, if you use like the Amazon A3 platform for music and videos and things like that to host yours instead of someplace like YouTube, there is a program that we've added to facilitate that transfer really easy so that you're not having to house it on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm working out how that program works.
Okay. So, but basically when you say we can actually start creating content, that's not just rehearsal, that is actual content that if it's of quality and works for the purpose and that it could just transfer directly over. So that helps me.
I would recommend that you put it on paper first, or in a Word document, you know, and I really do recommend you test your content first to see if you have never tested it before. Test it to get feedback from people to see what you're missing. But when I say get started working on it, it's literally working on your outline. What are your modules? What are your units? You could have one module, you could have one unit. I mean, if you only are uploading a 2-hour workshop, and we've got a couple of those that we've recorded, but we've never posted them anywhere, that, you know, it may be that we're doing that. Hopefully the providers in those particular videos will want to come back and break it into modules and maybe even re-record it. If anybody needs the re-recording with me, let me know and I'll see what I can do. And the good times for that are Saturdays after the drop-in class, because I don't have other things going on afterwards, but we will work it out. But literally getting your course down as to what it is that you're wanting to deliver. I'm going to tell you that especially when you're doing a video, if you're adding videos to your program, having it in literally a 5, maybe 10-minute video is so easy. It takes a lot of that stress off, and you can deliver just what you need to deliver, add to it with words and pictures on the platform, customize it. But it's so much easier than delivering a 20-minute, 30-minute, 2-hour long workshops. So it will flow easier, and then it gives you an opportunity to catch both your breath and collect your thoughts. Right, Sonia? You're in my public speaking class.
That's right. No, 5 minutes is a great time frame.
Yeah.
And people don't like to listen for a long time. They get
No.
bored so easily. So
You know, the numbers on our YouTube videos that we have, the average watch time is about 9 minutes. And that's based on a couple hundred videos that we have, which means there's a lot of videos that they're not watching much of, and there's a lot of videos that they're watching the whole thing. But it's really, the average is about 9 minutes. So you want to keep that video short and do it in short modules where they can really decipher the information that you're trying to express.
So I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Are only members of You Define Wellness have access to buy these? Okay.
No, not to buy them.
Okay.
It's open to the public to buy there's no restrictions on it. Thank you for saying that, because that is one other thing that I needed to talk about is if they have the Healthy Living Savings Card, we want to give them a discount. The universal discount on our platform is 20% discount if they have the Healthy Living Savings Card. So that most likely will be something that we are going to ask you to accept, is the 20% discount. However, you will have the right to say no, and there's a way for me to take the coupon code off.
I apologize if you addressed this earlier, but I went into the link for purchasing the next one up. And there's two options. One is the 40 a month, and one is if you prepay annually. Is that correct?
Yeah. Anytime we offer a monthly option, we automatically offer an annual option, which gives you 2 months free. So you could upgrade if you want for $40 a month, or you can upgrade for a year and it's $400. You're getting 2 months free.
Oh, okay. Okay. And you get 2 months free. Because so the price you're paying is the same. Because I looked at it and I'm like, oh, they look the same, but
Well, they're not actually. The annual would normally be $480.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you're getting 2 months free. Yeah, 10
Gotcha.
months for the price of, or 12 months for the price of 10.
I just can't do math, apparently.
That's okay. Okay, thank you, Stephanie, for being here. Appreciate it. Okay, any other questions? And Terry Sewell, if you have a question, I muted you, so you're gonna have to unmute yourself. Okay, Dina, question?
I have a question non-related because I was going through a video of yours yesterday and through some other information, and it says there's an event the third Tuesday of every month. I have searched high and low for that information. Can you tell me where I find that and what time it's at?
Okay, so yeah, that's not good if you can't find it. So on the second Tuesday of every month, we have conversations in the workplace, which are healthy conversations. It's really geared towards human resource professionals and employees at companies. It's very popular. Anybody can come to it. This is one of those shows. That is Lori Reichel House, who is a member of our network. She is a member plus. She has her own show. She's had it since February. We do it every single month on the second Tuesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And that you can find on our Facebook page under events. The next one has not been posted yet. But there is an events tab under education that you will find some information on it. The third Tuesday of every month, we have the networking group that we just started a month ago for health and wellness professionals called C3. It stands for Community, Connections, and Collaboration. We did it last Tuesday. Yeah, last Tuesday. And the topic was 27 ways to get business visibility without breaking your piggy bank. Next month, Sonia, I actually want to reach out to you and see if you're interested in being our guest speaker for that one about the bots, that program that you're doing. So I will send you an email hopefully later today. But we want to bring to you tools that can help you in your business, as well as an opportunity to network with other professionals. We've done these off and on. They get sporadic, participation, but we're committed to doing it again. Another topic that we'll be doing very soon is creating your own speaker sheet, because you guys can add your speaker sheets now to our website, so that you've got people who are looking for podcast guests or for speakers for events will be, they can go to our website. I can use that for marketing purposes, because I'm always coming across posts saying, hey, I've got a podcast, I'm looking for speakers. I want to refer them to our website as to be able to find those speakers.
So that one, the one on the third Tuesday, is that at noon then, Mountain Time? Because I know that's why I couldn't attend the last one, because we had a conflicting of schedules, but I just wanted to make sure I knew where to find it. So the next time there was one, I knew where to find the information.
Let's go to the page